Dang, we got some heat in today. Today I'm going to be working on a pair of Fire Red 4s from 2012. The shoes are in really good condition for their age. The only major problem on the shoe is that the paint on the midsole is cracking, but there are some signs that the midsole is starting to crumble. There's also some light creasing on the toe box, which I'll fix later in the video. Luckily for me, there is a good amount of separation between the upper and midsole, which will make it a lot easier when trying to remove the original midsole. To start off, I'm going to cut the stitching on the toe cap to give me access to the midsole and outsole. Here I'm using a tiny bit of acetone to help me remove the outsole from the midsole. Due to the age of the shoes, I was able to pull the upper off of the midsole without the use of acetone. Before I move on to anything else, I'm going to clean the outsole and upper of the shoe. Finally, I've added an ice box to my restoration process. Here I'm just icing the middle part of the outsoles. For today's restoration, I'm going to be using a pair of Dub Zeros from 2022 as my donor pair. Here there is some small separation between the upper and midsole. This should help me speed up the process when I remove the midsole off the donor pair. As per usual, I'm using a syringe and acetone to control how much acetone I am putting between the midsole and upper. If you're interested in this kind of content, it would be great if you went ahead and subscribed and liked the video. Next up, I'm going to be using a rotary tool and sanding bit to get a perfect fit between the upper and midsole. Now with the midsole fitting perfectly to the upper, I'm going to go ahead and sand down the areas that I need to paint black. I'm just using some 150 grit sandpaper to knock down any large imperfections on the midsole and get a lot of the paint off. I'm going to lay down a few coats of white paint before I start painting the black coat on the top parts of the midsole. Before I reglue the outsole to the midsole, I'm going to take a putty scraper and acetone to scrape off any remaining glue or parts of the original midsole. To finish off the restoration, I'm going to take an iron and try and smooth out those little creases that were on the toe box.